What is up, guys? It is your coach of the Detroit Blue Flares, Kaz the Weeb. We are here with our draft recap for Season 2 of the PUDL League, my own league, the Pokemon Ultra Draft League. I am, once again, the commissioner of this league. And, yeah, we are doing a Season 2 for the Wi-Fi League. And I've opened up a Showdown division as well that is in their Season 1. I will be doing a stream. Just want to plug that real quick. A stream to go over everyone's teams. I thought that'd be fun. But for this video, we're going to go over my teams. And if you noticed, there is no video of the round 1 playoffs. And that is because I fucked up really bad and did not capture the recording. But let's just say that it was a 1-0 defeat. I lost, unfortunately. Kingambit burned with 5 fallen. Still sucker punched the fuck out of the rest of my team. And he had 3 layers of spikes up that I couldn't remove. So yeah, it is what it is. We were really close, and I'm so sad we didn't get to see it. It was like my best battle ever. It was such a good battle. But with that being said, let's just get right into it. And so yeah, with our first round draft pick in the Season 2 of the PUDL League, Puddle, it is Great Tusk. This guy, I've been wanting to use since last season, in all the leagues I was in. I've been wanting to use this guy. He is the best spinner in the in Draft League, basically. 115 HP, 131 in attack and defense, 87 speed. We don't talk about that 53 in special defense, but that's okay. He can be built to be offensive. We can go booster energy attack, booster energy defense, booster energy speed. And yeah, so he can be really offensive. He can be defensive, Rocky Helmet as well, leftovers. He's just an amazing mon. One of the best mons in draft leagues, in my opinion. I love this mon, and I really wanted to use it. I love Walking Wake. I think Walking Wake might be my favorite Paradox mon, but maybe Great Tusk is gonna make me change my mind again, because I loved using Great Tusk when I first started playing as well. Caught that boy right away outside of where you fight him as a Titan, and yeah, so I've been wanting to use him ever since. All right, round 2. In our draft, we got Corviknight. I wanted to grab a nice, good wall that complements us decently with, you know, we got Great Tusk. We got a nice grounded mon. It's like weak to flying. So I brought in a flying resist that is also a mon that is a flying type, so it can dodge ground type moves and stuff like that. He is very, very defensive. I hated facing him last season, and I was like, you know what? Let me grab him for myself. Nice 98 HP, 87 attack, 105 defense, 85 speed def, and 67 speed. You know, mainly super physically bulky. Gets access to U-turn, so I get some momentum. Roost, he gets body press. It's a defogger, Brave Bird, freaking Rocky Helmet, leftovers, stuff like that. I really like Corviknight, and I really want to use him, so that's why I got him, yeah. And, you know, just a bulky steel type. I love to see it. Alright, round 3 in my draft, I decided to go for Kingambit. I as you can tell from most of this, my strategy at the beginning, well, for most of the time was, let's get mons that I really like and really want to use. So, Kingambit beat my ass. Same guy, Raziel, beat me with him twice. Got 5 kills with him in our playoff match, alright? I wanted to use him and get some revenge and start sucker punching, iron heading, kowtow cleaving everyone else. You know, gets amazing abilities in Supreme Overlord, Defiant as well. Pressure could be interesting tech, like a niche little ability I could use, like if I know someone's bringing a stall team and they want to click recovery moves a lot, I can pressure those. 100 HP, 135 attack, 120 defense, 85 speed def, you know, make them bulky. There's actually some sets that actually give them max speed as well. You know, Air Balloon, black glasses, choice band, lefties, all that stuff. He has, you know, Swords Dance for setup, Sucker Punch because we love that priority. Kowtow Cleave, just a really strong dark move. Well, 85 BP. It doesn't miss though, so that's cool. Iron Head, low kick. He is just a really, really good mon. Late game cleaner, of course. And yeah, that's why we got him. Another steel type. So fire is looking a little scary. So with that being said, with our 4th round pick, we decided to go for Ceruledge. Another mon Really want to use. He's one of my favorite Gen 9s. He just looks cool. Call me edgy. I don't care. Fucking Mega Man looking dude, you know? He looking like Zero out here. With the abilities Flash Fire. So not only can he resist fire, but he could also be immune to fire. Also weak armor for that setup. Setup sweeping with the speed boosting. Its speed is raised by 2 when it's hit by physical. So really interesting setup with weak armor, swords dance, you know. Bitter Blade, fire, decently powered fire move, 90 BP, you know. Strong fire move that gives you 50% recovery. You get some priority in Shadow Sneak. You also get Shadow Claw. I'm pretty sure he got Poltergeist as well now. You know, close combat. You can go, you know, he has a lot of things you can do. 125 attack. 100 SPDEF is pretty decent too. And, you know, 80 defense, HP is 875, speed 85. Not bad at all. I really like this one. He is very, very strong, you know. So I'm looking forward to using this mon. Hopefully, it was between him and I was also really thinking Haxorus. Now that he has Scale Shot, but I went with this dude, hoping that it works out for me. And as you notice, now I have a ground weakness that I need to answer eventually too. With my round 5 pick, I drafted Sylveon. I wanted that strong fairy. I now have Steel Fairy for my core so far, so we're getting close to the, you know, Fairy Dragon Steel core. So wanted to grab this Sylveon, a 110 Spatak, 130 SPDEF, so I can make this a special defensive wall too. 95 HP, so not very fast with the 60 speed, but it is very bulky, very strong. Hyper Voice becomes a fairy move. I don't have to worry about Dragapult setting up behind subs on me. I hit through those. I can Wish, Protect, Calm Mind. I got Yawn, Shadow Ball, Psyshock. Got a lot of good moves here to make this mon work. It can set up screens for me, at least. Yeah, it can set up Reflect and Light Screen, so screen setter potentially. Weather Ball tech that I learned from, shout out to Shiro. Maybe bring a Weather Ball here and there, you know. So this mon, I'm thinking it's gonna do really good this season, and I'm looking forward to use that. It's probably my favorite or second favorite evolution. Maybe Jolteon I like a little more, but I don't know. I think I might like something. But yeah, that is that mon. Round 6 in our draft, I decided to go for Goodra, the normal one. So yeah, this is an interesting pick. The mon isn't, you know, too great with people, you know, he's kind of low tier in normal, you know, showdown, but I think he has potential in draft leagues. He got access to Scald now, which is fantastic. Has access to Knockoff now, which is also amazing. It has 150 SPDEF, so I got this mon mainly for my SPDEF mon. You know, this mon and Sylveon that completes my Steel, Fairy, and Dragon core. And they're all pretty bulky if you're going Corviknight, and Kingambit also bulky, so very bulky here. 110 special attack, 100 attack, 90 HP, and 80 speed for how thick that belly is. It can kind of move. It has access to stuff like, you know, Draco Meteor, obviously. It can body press, which is, I guess body press is it's only 70 defense, but, you know, Dragon Pulse, Dragon Tail in case something's setting up on you. Got coverage with Flamethrower, Ice Beam, Knockoff. You know, it has a Sludge Bomb. It has a lot of good things. You get access to Toxic now. The only thing that's really holding this mon back is not a good recovery move. It has a Life Dew, which is only 25%. If it got access to Recover instead, I think people would be looking at this mon way differently. But it has access to good abilities too. Sap Sipper makes me immune to Grass type, which is a lovely. Hydration, in case I'm facing a rain team, I can go Hydration, and I can't really be Toxic or any status move. And Gooey, in case I want to slow down one of their sweepers that are currently attacking me and get it slow enough so I can bring in another mon to try and kill it, you know? I think this mon is going to do a lot of work, and I'm very excited to use it. Alright, and the round 7, we decided to get a little spicy here. I decided to go Basculegion female. Last season went undrafted, and this season I want to pick it up. It's Terra banned. We can't use a Terra, but it still has Adept ability and Mold Breaker and Swift Swim. Amazing abilities in my opinion. 100 attack, 120 HP, so pretty decently bulky water type. Decently bulk. I would say decent because it's a defense of 65 and special defense of 75. But still pretty good. It's unfortunately no Skull. I think this mon should have got Skulled. I think it would have been great with Skull, but that's okay. Adaptability Surf or Hydro Pump. It also gets adaptability Shadow Ball. Has access to Flip Turn for Momentum. I also forgot to mention Momentum on my other mons. But I'm pretty sure Sylveon gets Baton Pass, and I don't think. Okay, yeah, he doesn't get it. Okay, so I did Cyrillic gets nothing. He gets nothing, and yeah, so we get Flip Turn, so some momentum there, adaptability, strong special. I think a pretty strong special attacker with adaptability makes his mon strong. Ice Beam and Shadow Ball, Surf, Sub. It can do a lot. Has some decent coverage. Hex in case I want to. Does this thing get Willow? It doesn't get Willow. That's crazy. Now that it's Ghost type. But it does have Hex in case I can get some statuses on other stuff with my other mons. You know, just saying. Icy Wind for that niche tech. You know, lowering speed. It gets Scale Shot, but I wouldn't really use it on this version. But I think the physical version is going to be pretty interesting too. The Scale Shot. But yeah, pretty decently, pretty decent coverage, pretty decent mon. I think, I'm gonna say this for all of them, but I think I can make it work and it can do good. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. In my round 8, I decided to go for my Terra Captain, my first one, and I decided to go for Scyther. So we're going Terra Scyther. Its Terras are going to be Flying, Steel, and Fighting. The reason I went Steel is because I felt like I wanted the rock resistance. I thought that was pretty important. It also takes away like electric weakness. I'm still weak to fire. I was debating going ground. That might eventually get swapped, but I thought I really like Steel. Steel's a really defensive typing, and I think this mon can benefit from having more resistance. So, like with this mon, I think it is going to go really well with Terra. It has Technician, so Technician boosted Dual Wing Beat, which I think is going to be a very, very good move on this mon. Because it has a 110 attack with the Technician boost. 105 speed, so it's very fast. 80 in bolt defense is really good, especially if I gave it Eviolite. But, you know, I can also go Choice Band, Heavy Duty Boots, stuff like that. Choice Scarf if I need to be really fast. It has Momentum with U-Turn, Close Combat, Swords Dance, Defog, Trailblaze, Close Combat. It has a lot of good moves I can take advantage of. Bug Bite, that's Technician boosted as well. It becomes a very strong bug move, and it can steal berries if the opponent is holding them. Acrobatic to be interesting as well. It also gets Baton Pass, but I would rather just use U-Turn. Pounce is an interesting move. It lowers speed, and it is Technician boosted. So this mon has a lot of decent stuff I can use. If I really want to get tricky with it, I mean, there's Vacuum Wave for priority. I don't ever see myself really using that, but you never know. You never know. So yeah, this mon I think is going to be very strong as a Terra Captain, and I am looking forward to you. In the next round, which I believe is round 9, I'm starting to lose track. But it is round 9, I believe, and this is my this is another Terra Captain. We went Knuckle Stack. I wanted a strong flying resist that doesn't need the Terra, because I felt like I was missing some flying resist on my team. And Knuckle Stack I was really liking. It gave me Eviolite, you know, make it really bulky with its 100 defense, 65 spread depth. So pretty decent bulk there. It gets Salt Cure and Recover, so I can kind of be a little toxic there. And if water types want to stay in, if you know, other like bulky mons want to stay in, other mons in general, I can Salt Cure on switch-ins, make them start taking some good damage. I can click Recover for, you know, recovery option. Iron Defense, Body Press is gonna hit really hard. I should have went Terra Fighting with this. I think that could have been interesting, but I did end up going Rock, Fairy, and Water, because bulky water types are interesting, and I think they're really good in draft formats. But one of these might get changed to Terra Fighting at one point. We shall see. Which kind of defeats the purpose of having a Flying Resist, but I don't need Flying Resist every week, you know? So we'll see. This mon has Earthquake. You know, it has some good stuff. You know, Recover, obviously, Salt Cure. Like, it has some Stealth Rock. You can set up rocks for me. It has some decent stuff. I think it could be good even without Terra, but I did get it with Terra just in case. And yeah, so on to the next round. Round 10, we decided to go with Holy Wrath. I still needed a bulky water type. I'm just gonna say I am an idiot. For so long, I thought Goodra was a water dragon type. Like, look at it. He looked water dragon. It's just dragon. So I decided to go grab Poliwrath because it has 90 HP, 90 defense, 95 defense, and 90 def with 95 attack. So pretty decent mon. With Water Absorb, it gives me a water immunity. I can also go Swift Swim to counteract some rain teams. I think I noticed there weren't really much from rain teams. I don't think Pelipper got drafted. And I think Darude, who is the coach of the San Jose Panquakes, he got Politoed, but I think Politoed is like a mini rain core. It's not like his main thing, I'm pretty sure. But we shall see. But yeah, mainly Water Absorb, gives me immunity, gives me a bulky water type, another flying weakness. I don't have too many, like Scyther can be teared out of it, you know, so, and then Great Tusk. So I don't really have any flying weaknesses, just mainly I need more flying resist. But yeah, I think this mon could be pretty good. Make it bulky, give it AV, Assault Vest, stuff like that. It gets knockoff. It can set up with Belly Drum. It can set up with Bulk Up. It can Drain Punch. Encore, also a really good tech move, like tech option. It gets Liquidation, Knockoff, Poison Jab, so good coverage there. Rock Slide. I'm liking the mon. The more I looked at it, the more I thought like this could be a really interesting mon to use, and I'm hoping that it does work with the when I bring it. And yeah, that is all I can say about that mon. I'm looking forward to use it though. All right, and my second to last pick is my last Terra Captain. We decided to go Fire, my boy, Simba, Mufasa, whatever you want to call him. His Terras are fire, ground, and grass. I decided to go this mon just because I like lions. They're my favorite. They're like my favorite animal. And I really want to see if Pyroar can work in Draft League under a Terra. I think it could be decent. It gets some decent moves. It has Flamethrower, of course. It gets Will-O-Wisp, so I can be a fast Will-O-Wisper. Hyper Voice for hitting past subs as long as it's not a ghost type. I do get the, obviously, Terra Blast, so I can be Terra Blast, Grass, or Ground. It gets Taunt, which could be pretty interesting. It gets Dark Pulse. So it gets some decent coverage, I'd say. And I'm just looking through his moves to see if he gets anything else. Like Noble Roar, Psychic Vein for breaking brains, interesting tech. It gets Roar, it gets Snarl. So it has some decent moves that I think I could work with. It gets Yawn. So I'm gonna see what I can do with it. Obviously, it's one of the lowest picks for a reason. Don't expect it every week, but the weeks I do bring it, I'm gonna be bringing some heat. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. And for my last pick in the PUDL Season 2 Wi-Fi Draft, we decided to go with Grafaiai. He fell all the way down. I guess people don't really like him that much. I wasn't a big fan of him, to be honest. He's a Prankster mon that doesn't need Prankster because he's 110 speed. For the most part, he doesn't really need it. But you can go Unburden, you can go Poison Touch as well. Prankster is there just in case. It gets some good moves, I'd say. It gets U-Turn for momentum. Oh yeah, a mon that needs momentum. Poliwrath should have got Flip Turn. I'm mad about that. Anyways, so yeah, it gets U-Turn for momentum. It also gets Parting Shot for momentum. Both really good. Knockoff really good, of course. Gunk Shot really strong. It has 95 attack and 110 speed, so not too shabby. Encore and Switcheroo, which I think are both pretty good and annoying abilities. Or moves, I mean. My apologies. It can Foul Play. Low Kick could be interesting on some mons that are like very heavy. Poison Jab, if you don't like the Gunk Shot. Shadow Claw. It gets some Super Fang. It gets some interesting stuff. I think this mon could be pretty decent. But again, I drafted it low, so don't expect it every week. But it is a grounded poison type that I needed. Ghost Immunity. I think it can be pretty good. I think I got it for a steal, to be honest. I think going last round for this mon is like a little bit crazy. But to be honest, there's so many new mons and stuff that people haven't used yet. So that's why I can see it going this low. But yeah, guys, that is my team. I'm excited for it. And I'll see you guys in I'll see you guys October 30th, or, well, the week of October 30th. It'll be sometime that week. It won't be exactly October 30th, but I'll see you that week for our first battle. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Let's see if we can make playoffs again and go further this time. Let's go!